Hey y'all.
Hey friends, welcome to Dollywood in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee.
We're gonna go do a media event here to, they're starting to put up the Christmas lights today, and we got invited to come. It's a awesome and exciting opportunity, is it not?
We're so excited, we can't stand it.
Yeah.
And we're gonna take you with us.
Let's go.
Come on.
Appreciate it. You too, man.
Put my wristband on.
Does it matter which arm we put it on?
I don't think so.
Does it matter which arm we put it on?
Nah, just put it in your leg. The trouble is my gloves stick to it too easily, and I have to be careful. I get more of it on me than you do.
Hey y'all, did you know that Dollywood displays approximately 4 million lights, which turns the park into a walk-through Christmas masterpiece?
It's hard to think of harvest festivals and a Smoky Mountain Christmas in the heat of August, but it'll be here before we know it, and well, it takes time to create this winter wonderland.
Dollywood does a great job making sure they highlight each season with special events. Fall will bring the Harvest Festival with 11,000 to 12,000 illuminated and carved pumpkins.
Make sure you mark your calendars. The Harvest Festival runs from September 25th to October 31st, and Smoky Mountain Christmas runs from November 14th to January 2nd, 2021.
Well, all of us do. It's a team. I can't do all this by myself. I sit there lit as they hang them so you can kind of see funnel cakes. Mark puts them up in the air. Yeah, I'm making a zip cord.
Notice how they take the time to make sure that each light is placed in just the right location.
All the lights facing the same direction.
Yep.
course they did.
So just to kind of tell you all a little about what we're doing, like Christmas lights, we typically start hanging those up in May or June. This year, due to the pandemic, we didn't start until mid-June, but we started in June in full force with our lighting crew, with people starting at night hanging lights, and we'll keep the hanging lights on our closed days, overnight, in the mornings, all the way up until we open for Christmas. Like if we get done what we want to get done, we just keep hanging lights because we still want to deliver that great quality experience when you come to Dollywood during the Christmas event. Part of the other things that our teams are working on right now is we're still taking down some flower and food elements from the Flower and Food Festival. And then also other teams are working on getting ready for harvest and some of the other Christmas elements. There's even some Great Pumpkin Luminites items going on to where we're repairing and staging items to get ready to install for harvest. Like the entire month of September we'll be installing harvest and Great Pumpkin Luminites elements. As you can see up here, that's part of our lighting teams, which we're spread out all over the park right now, where we're going through and hanging lights. And if you've not noticed before, our lighting teams are very particular about how they hang them. If you go around, you'll see the very same design, very same that consistency with lighting, and they're not just kind of draped in places. Our lighting teams take a lot of passion in what they do and really delivering that great quality experience when you come to Dollywood. And one thing we definitely want you to hear when you come to Dollywood during Christmas is we're still offering all our great Christmas lights and decorations and that great Christmas experience, and hopefully you get to come back to the park and get to take a break from all the craziness going on in the world, and get to create memories worth repeating and fun times with family. So any questions on like Christmas lights or Great Pumpkin Luminites or any of that fun stuff? I'm sorry?
How much of it's LED?
It's all LED. At one point we had incandescent lights in Craftsman's Valley, and that's one thing I will say is Rivertown and Craftsman's Valley is going to get a new look this year. It's been redesigned to have a more specific feel and its own kind of theme. I don't want to share exactly what that is. Definitely want you to come back and see it firsthand and experience it. So.
How many people are involved in putting up the lights, and how many hours are outdoors?
I can't quote the amount of hours, but we have 15 to 20 people throughout June, middle of June, up until we open for Christmas, doing nothing but hanging Christmas lights. If it's between working overnight or working during the days, like there is some teams that come in early in the morning and leave before the park opens, and like other closed days, like right now, we have all our aerial lifts running with Christmas lights going up like crazy. We don't waste any time.
You know grand total number of lights that get hung?
It's right around 4 million.
How often do they have to be replaced?
We usually get around 3 years out of them, which thank goodness, because part of this pandemic, our new lights that we ordered in November aren't here yet. And so we have a good stockpile and inventory of lights that we've taken down and saved over the years so we can start hanging them. But we typically get around 3 years out of them. At 5 years, even if they're still working, we'll usually get rid of them because we don't want to create any hazards or potential issues. So that 3 to 5 year range is that's where we like to live. We're actually, on some of our trees, we wrap trees very tightly and very specifically. We're actually having a new type of light we're putting in those. It's a thicker gauge wire and a thicker light that it puts out more lumens of lights, and they're called expandables, where they'll actually grow with the tree. Because the problem we've run into in the past is we would wrap a tree and they stayed in there so long that tree would grow faster than we thought, and we had to cut them out, so we couldn't save them. So we got a new type of light that's specifically for that. So as the tree grows, it'll expand with the tree. It's a new neat set that we're actually anxious to toy around with this year.
Any idea on how much it costs to run these lights during this time, or Any guesstimate? Or?
I do not, but I'd say it's a lot. I will say there was a significant difference when we started switching from incandescent to LEDs. Like, I don't know the exact amount, but when I get an email from our facilities maintenance director saying thank you for that, the utility bill went down a little bit, but it still draws a lot of power, but it's not too bad.
I know a couple years ago y'all had Glacier Ridge, but just like this year, you're going to add just extra lighting than more than you had last year in certain areas? Yeah,
we'll still have our Glacier Ridge element, all of our Christmas lights in all the buildings. The things that we'll be doing differently, there'll be like a different, what I was saying earlier, the different feel and look in Rivertown and the Valley. It's a very specific design that looks beautiful. Like I said, I wish I could share some of that information, but I definitely want you to come back and see it firsthand. We're doing the different styles of lights, and then we're utilizing some temporary planters that we use for flower and foods to use some of those for Christmas. So we'll actually be able to put some more decorations out on park. Some other differences you might see is some of those Glacier Ridge elements might get spread out a little bit for social distancing to kind of help encourage that, because we don't want to put too many people in one location. We want to kind of spread it out and spread the love per se. But yeah, we're still doing everything, and we still want to deliver that great quality Christmas experience.
Now, I know you guys are just now putting them up, but when do y'all start taking them down, and how long does it take you to take them down?
We start taking them down in January, like right after the park closes. We have a team of like 20 to 25 people that work January, February, and March to take all the Christmas lights and Christmas decorations down. It takes quite a while, because what we call Crunch Week, when we change over from Harvest and GPL to Christmas, we've got hundreds of people working to get Harvest and GPL elements taken down, but at the same time Christmas elements going up, because a lot of the big Christmas decorations, we do not want to put those out and affect the Harvest and GPL festival until that week. And so like Christmas lights is a different story. There's no physical way, I don't think we could get all the lights done in 1 week. And so with hundreds of people putting them up for that week, it takes 20 people it's about 3 months to usually, like right before park opening, we're still taking down Christmas lights. It takes a while, we've got to go and pull all the staples, and on top of that, when we pull down the lights, like your question earlier about how many years we get out of them, on our rainy days where we don't want our teams out there in the freezing cold, we'll actually roll the lights and store them in the tubs and label them so we get easy access to them. We need to come back and get them, and a lot of work goes into it.
Are you also responsible for the lighting of the parade?
Yes, ma'am.
So any new elements that you're expecting this year, or kind of hoping to have that experience?
Nothing different there that I'm aware of.
For Great Pumpkin Illuminates, how many illuminated and carved pumpkins are in the park?
I would say probably 11 to 12,000. I mean, it's a lot. We're actually going to have some new elements for pumpkin illuminates this year. No like large elements like a pumpkin tree or anything. We're still doing everything we did with pumpkin illuminates, but we are spreading some of that out. Like I said before, we're trying to get everything spread out as much as we can to encourage social distancing. But we'll be also adding some pumpkin illuminates elements in the Wildwood Grove area that we didn't have last year, and that's part of what our team's working on right now to do with, don't want to share too much details, but it involves like some pumpkins and sunflowers and all kinds of nice stuff. But our team's really passionate about that. They enjoy working on that stuff, so they'll make a prototype of it, and they'll like it and get signed off on it, and then they just start going to town with it. And that's what they're over in the shop working on right now.
We got flowers blooming and Christmas lights going up.
It's Christmas in August.
That's what I was thinking.
And reds and just stuff with them.
There's Mimi. Any ducky ducks?
Looks like the ducks are enjoying Christmas in August too.
Oh, there they are. There's their little supervisors right there. Ducky ducks. Y'all, it is so cool being here with not a crowd. Hey, do you want a burger?
Charging point.
Oh, look at that. Streets are empty.
Don't even have music going.
I know. Don't have to worry about any copyrights.
Thanks for a long day though. I listen to music.
Yeah. Let's get a picture right here. Mikey.
Looks like she's trying to untangle them things. I can only imagine. You know how frustrated I get at the house doing the few lights we got. Can you imagine trying to untangle
4 million? That would not be fun. Summer flowers with Christmas lights.
All these here are males. Except that one out there, that one might be a female, but the heads are green and they're starting to turn green. She's another female. There's 3 female and the rest are male. There's babies up there in the trees.
Yep, coming down the hill. That's probably the ones we saw when we first came in.
Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled. Joyful all ye nations rise, join the triumph of the skies. With angelic hosts proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Hail the heaven-born Prince of Peace, hail the Son of Righteousness. Light and life to all he brings, risen with healing in his wings. Mild he lays his glory by, born that man no more may die, born to raise the sons of earth, born to give them second birth. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to.
Flight attendants now, are they part-time?
It depends. I mean, there's a lot.
How many people like the events crews and all the different departments do that? Yeah,
They
how many
have
do you know?
full and part-time on their team. I
Yeah.
mean, I'd say peak season, maybe not a COVID year, but peak season we have, maybe 4,000 folks
got to
across
be
across
kidding.
all properties. So that's like the Dollywood company. So you've got, our theme park, our water park, we have a resort, we have cabins. We have a lot going on in the Dollywood name. So there's a lot of people. We're the largest employer in the county. So it's a big deal here, and we take that seriously, and we know that it's our responsibility to always do the right thing and be the leader, and so that's why we want to let people know it's happening. We're going to do what we need to do to be safe, but yep, there's lots of questions for sure, but we're going to be here.
All right.
We'll turn the lights on.
We'll
Yes,
be
we
back.
think so.
We loved the pumpkins last year. That was
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm thrilled they're going to be able to do some things.
So what'd you think of that, Mikey?
This is going to add a whole new meaning and dimension to seeing the lights that are up. Just to see the time that goes into it, see the people that are doing it, and the way that they do it. I would have loved to have seen them wrap a tree.
Yeah.
Because it seems like on some of them, every branch has got a string of lights on it. It's just amazing to see it.
They're very meticulous. He said that they make sure that every light is turned the same exact way. No, that's paying attention to detail.
Yes, but they seem to be knocking it out pretty good too, man. They're humming right along, I guess, after you do it for so many years.
Right.
And now they can see where all the holes are at, so they know where to put the lights. I think that first year would have been rough trying to
Exactly.
decide where they go.
Yeah, because when they take them down in January, it takes them from January to March to take them down, and they take out every staple. They take all those staples out. So that's work.
Yeah, and then they got to roll up all the lights. They put them in totes. Then they take them off to the, how does Dolly say it? Wire house?
The wire house.
To the wire house.
Yeah.
But hopefully we get to go see that sometime.
Yeah, just being able to come in when the park is closed and nobody being here except media, that was amazing. That's pretty cool.
Yes. Just to have this awesome opportunity. I'd like to thank Amber for inviting us to get to do this. It's just great.
Dollywood's publicist Amber invited our channel to come and be able to vlog it, so we're so excited that we're able to do that and that we were able to bring you along with us.
Yep.
So I think we're going to call it ends here.
All right. Until next time. See y'all.
Be blessed, friends.
Hey y'all.
Hey friends, welcome to Dollywood. And jeez. So what'd you think of that, Mikey?
Oh my Lord. This is gonna add hold on a sec.
Oh.